Yeah.
You see, I had to get in first this time because you beat me last time.
Yeah, pesky kids.
Yeah, and I would have gotten away with. Oh, I did get away with it. Ah, there was no
Pull the mask off.
janitor.
What happens if we pull the masks off and I'm you and you're me?
That'd be really weird. What happens if we pulled the mask off and it was just flesh and like blood?
It wasn't a mask.
Oh right. Oh, I've done. Oh, okay. I'll be back in a minute. I just got to call the ambulance. What have you been up to, mate?
Well, I've been contemplating something this week. It's a bit controversial, and I've been thinking when life gets back to normal, I think I'm going to continue wearing a mask. But the mask I'm going to wear is a Batman mask. So I was just going to go around the shops just going, I'll have some milk, like that. And when people say, you don't have to wear a mask, I'll go, I do, I'm Batman. And they'll go, you're not Batman, I am Batman. Like that. Either that or a ski mask. And I might,
when you say a ski mask, do you mean a mask made from yogurt?
like just for me skin. No, I want about like one of these balaclava type skin
just
masks.
like chunks of apricot in there.
Yeah, but I was going to wear that as a mask, but carry like I don't know, like one of those shotguns, but sew it down a little bit so it's easier to carry. Just walk around with one of them.
I think what I've noticed is that people tend to give you right away when you do that. So
I was going to walk into shops and say, do you mind if I pay by cash? And then they'll keep giving me all the cash. And I go, I don't understand what's happening.
I think in the short term, that's a really good plan. Although long term, it may limit your choices.
All right, I'll stick with the Batman mask then.
I like the Batman. And just one day when you walk in and go, I'm Batman, I'd like to jump out from behind the milk fridge and go, I was born in darkness, like Bane, like Tom Hardy.
I was born in. Yeah, it's a good film. That I think it's one of my favorite Batman films.
That is my favorite trilogy. I do like the Christopher Nolan, Christian Bale trilogy. Very, very good.
I am expecting though Liam Neeson in that film to go, I will find you. I have particular skills.
He should just. I was expecting him to do that when he met Claudia Schiffer in Love Actually.
It was on the other night, and he sat talking to the young lad in it who went on to be Maze Runner and things, and he's giving him advice on relationships. And I was expecting him to go, "Don't worry, because I will find her, and I have a particular set of skills."
It'd be a very different movie, wouldn't it? If he taught the young boy a particular set of skills to use with a lady.
He's a drummer in that, though, the young boy.
He is a drummer. It's yes. It's a brilliant end musical number. She's got a fantastic voice for young girl, if that is her voice. His drumming is mimed and pure and very, very bad.
He's only a bear, like, so.
He is tiny. Yes, he's very tiny.
So anyway, what have you been up to?
I have been watching Lisa Ellams on repeat doing the Holiday Inn complimentary toiletries list to Rapper's Delight. It was genius. It was absolute. So for those of us, go back and listen to last episode. Russ went to Nottingham where he was almost forced to buy a tuna sandwich, and
had sweet corn in it though.
It had sweet corn in it, and you missed out, my friend. You missed out.
Did.
And we put a challenge out there because neither Russ nor I could do this list of toiletries in a certain style, and Lisa Ellens absolutely smashed it. Now I want to know what else she can do. What can we get her to read the ingredient list off the back of a pack of super noodles in the style of Vanilla Ice Baby? Can we do that?
Stop. Boil your water and put it in.
Oh yeah, not the ingredients. The instructions would be even better.
Yeah.
Don't forget.
All right, Lisa. Well, you've been called out, Lisa. Get that done.
Lisa's got to do that one, and Mark Jacobs needs to do one as well. What can we get? Mark Jacobs, I would say, is more of a singer than a rapper. So what can we get him to do?
Like a crooner.
Like a crooner, yeah. Like something to the tune of My Way.
Oh, yes. How to turn your computer off, count to 10, turn it back on again. And because he's got an IT company, right?
An IT company, isn't he?
Yeah. Sorry, hang. I forgot he hasn't paid for
Yeah,
sponsorship.
he hasn't paid for sponsorship. He's got company.
Thanks.
Right, okay, Jacobs, you got to do that in a theme of My Way and post it on the Facebook group. And Ellums, you've got to do super noodle instructions to Ice Ice Baby. And for anyone who hasn't seen Rapper's Delight by Lisa with some very dodgy Snapchat filters on, jump on our Facebook page and have a look. It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant.
It's next level. So
It really is. It's
hey,
good.
can I jump in with questions?
I have a confession to make. I've done no preparation. So my return questions are going to be from there.
From where you put aftershave on when you're testing it in a supermarket?
Off the cuff.
Off the cuff.
Off the cuff. Yeah.
Oh, well, maybe if I ask you a question, it'll give you some inspiration and make you think.
If there's one thing true in life for us, it's the fact that you inspire me.
Oh. Is that what we do? You have to do a heart shape now.
I don't know. My dodgy hands don't look like a heart. They look like a heart. If
it looks like a heart that needs operating on.
Yeah, probably looks like my heart, just like totally clogged up.
Anyway,
keep going.
So my first question is, bearing in mind that I know you love the coast, you love getting down to Brighton, and yeah, you love the coast, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
And you love London as well.
I do. Remember races.
So here's a question for you: seagulls or pigeons?
Seagulls all day long.
All right, okay, that was quick. That was nice and quick.
What I love about seagulls is that it's an event when you see them inland.
It is an event. Yeah.
People are like, oh, it must be rough at sea today for them to be this far inland. They don't say that about pigeons, do they? They don't say, oh, London must be a bit of a dump today because they've come out to the coast.
They don't. Well, maybe that's prejudice against different types of birds.
And I still love the Finding Nemo seagulls that just say mine. It was the most perfect description of any animal I've ever seen in my life. It was fantastic. It's so good.
Very clever. Very clever.
Okay, right. I'm going to give you an either or.
You've not asked me.
Oh, sorry. What was your preference? Pigeons or seagulls?
I think I'd have to go seagulls because I do like the coast. We were at Whitby at the weekend watching Jamie come in from his coast to coast.
He did so well, didn't he?
Oh, he did the coast to coast, 150 miles in one day for the B&I Foundation. And we saw him at 3 points during the race, and he just kept saying, I'm not doing this again. So it's like, all right, you're only 80 miles in, Jimmy. You've got a bit to go yet. And when we're in Whitby, there's signs everywhere saying, do not feed the seagulls.
Right.
And I'm like, all right, okay, that's good advice, because when you've paid the price you pay for fish and chips in Whitby, you didn't want to be giving them the seagulls. That's a fact. But
is it like it's
I'd be seagulls as well, because somebody told me pigeons are the rats of the sky. Is that right?
What intimidates me a little bit about the pigeons, and I'm not talking about park life, is that there's always one with one leg. There's always like a pirate pigeon going around that looks at you funny, and you're like, he's going to murder me in my sleep.
Yeah. I get that every time I come out of King's Cross. There's always a pigeon just going, you're back again. Yeah. Nice to see you. I don't see you for very long because you're straight down in the tube, ain't you? Oh, well then, just off to go nick this bloke's chips. Like
back on my manor, are you, son? Yeah. They don't call me Stumpy McStumpston for nothing, you know.
I loves it round here because ever since they built the Five Guys, you get that many chips, people just give them away.
They really do. Why is it with medium chips? So they put, basically what they do is they just put the cup in the bag and then fill the whole bag with chips.
Do you want some monkey nuts? Why would I want monkey nuts?
It's like, yeah, we use peanut oil to fry our chips, so we're just going to have peanuts around. There's a tenuous link.
Yeah, boxes of them, bags everywhere. Just take as many as you want. All right, then. So what's your question for me, then?
Chicken or beef?
Oh, it's a difficult one, but I'd have to go beef.
I go beef.
Yeah.
When you're on that...
I am that person at a carvery that says, can I have a bit of each, mate?
Yeah, definitely. But I suppose chicken is so... It's like the go-to, isn't it? So when you do get the opportunity to have beef, you have to take it.
The thing with chicken is it has to be cooked just so, otherwise it's a bit dry. Whereas beef, if it's overcooked, changes the taste, it's not as nice. But if it's a bit pink in the middle, it's nice as well. So I'd go beef.
Yeah, I'm with you on beef. Definitely with you on beef.
And I do like the meat to stay in my body for a couple of weeks before it leaves.
That's important to me as well. I like it to clog it all up.
Yeah. All right.
Right, your question.
Do you want your second question? Now this one is going to be. This is the difficult one because I know you have a real love for two of the things I'm about to ask, and
Oh no.
it's a choice out of three.
Is this like Sophie's Choice? Is this? Am I going to have to murder my darlings?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, ask away then.
Cinema, theatre, or live music?
Cinema and theatre.
No. You can only pick one.
Oh no.
That's what I'm saying. You can have cinema or theatre or live music.
Oh, geez. Well, live music, I just tend to critique the drummer. So that one can go.
Well, you did that straight away with Love Actually, didn't you? So
I really did, yeah. I just purely because of availability, I'd have to go cinema. It's an experience. I love the theatre, absolutely love it. But I'd have to go cinema because I go more frequently and I'd miss it more in my life.
got me Hamilton mug today.
You have got your Hamilton mug. I love that. Got and what would yours be?
Cinema. I love cinema. I'm not a fan of live music. It's never as good as a CD.
I enjoy the whole live music process. However, it's a lot of hassle, especially when you go and see the big people. It's a lot of hassle.
What, like There Might Be Giants or somebody like that?
Like Ian Jury and the Blockheads. No, he's a bit better. You have to fight him for food.
Well, he was, bless him. He was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So you've inspired me for my next question. You said you would, and you have. Thank you for living up to my expectations. What's your go-to cinema snack? You can only have one.
Nachos with extra jalapenos. Don't give me any of that cheesy stuff, but salsa's okay.
Oh, no, you see, I go for the cheesy stuff with the jalapenos. I go for a mixture of salty and sweet popcorn with the sweet at the bottom and the salt at the top.
So it's like a dessert.
So by the time you've had enough savory, oh my God, there's a little bit of sweet in my mouth.
I do like an ice blast as well.
Is that like a frozen beverage?
Yeah, like a slushy.
Like, nice. Yeah, they are good. Now, I've noticed that my local one, which is just kind of reopened after the great pause, they're now doing, and this is the subject we've covered before about category creep.
Let me guess. Bimpto.
Bimpto,
yeah. We went to a Hoheis one the other day.
Yeah.
They don't do ice blast anymore. They do their own slushy thing.
Yeah.
But the flavors are quite interesting, so that was nice.
That's very good.
Went to see Peter Rabbit 2 the other day.
It's surreal, isn't it? It's like a collection of jokes.
It's like a film that they shouldn't have made, should just left it. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's nice for kids and that, and the humor's good and all that. And I like the old rabbit with his you want to be nicking stuff, Sam. Like all that.
I like the fact that Hedgehog is a little bit promiscuous.
She's crazy, isn't she? But she does like that rabbit.
Nah, there's a box of frogs.
Yeah, I do like her.
Right, go on. What's your last question for me?
What's your favourite starter in a restaurant?
I love a scallop.
Ooh, they've got to be cooked just right, though, haven't they?
I'm willing to take that chance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I like a bit. I do like a bit of seafood, and a scallop for me. Once again, it's the whole beef thing. It's you don't always get the opportunity.
You don't. So when you see it, take it.
And yours?
Do you know? I do like calamari, right? I do like calamari, but I don't think it can beat a good prawn cocktail with brown bread buttered.
You know what? The prawn cocktail, it kind of went the same way as melon as a starter. It was very much seen as a 70s, 80s thing. It needs to make a comeback. It's a thing of beauty, a good prawn cocktail.
Tell you what, mate, when I was a kid, we went down to see my auntie in London. Her flat looked onto Richmond Park, so she must have been posh like, mustn't she?
Wow.
Yeah. You could see deer walking past and everything. That was nice. But the thing that blew my mind was she served up a prawn cocktail in an avocado. Like
What?
I mean, it's the first time I'd seen an avocado. I thought, oh, that looks like a juicy fruit. I wasn't impressed, but the prawn cocktail was nice. But it's taken me until now to really appreciate a good avocado.
You get to a certain age in your life where avocado becomes acceptable, and I'm there now. Before, it was basically green Play-Doh. That's what it was.
Do you
That's what
think
it was.
do you think that's an age thing, or are we middle class because we like avocado?
No, I don't, well, the point where we have smashed avocado on toast, that's where we become middle class.
Because ask me what I had for my breakfast.
Did you have smashed avocado?
Yeah, smashed avocado on wholemeal toast with a poached egg and chili flakes on.
Oh, you had the flakes of chili. Very good.
I'm not putting feta on though. Feta has no place at breakfast.
No, you can't feta at breakfast.
No.
My final question to you, young man.
Yes.
You go to a restaurant.
Yes.
It is a set menu.
Yes.
It is a set amount of courses. You may have only two. Do you have starter and main, or main and dessert?
That's easy. Starter and main.
Yeah, I'm starter and main as well.
Starter and main, mate, because do you know why?
Because you can nick everyone else's when they're eating.
You can always go to the Sainsbury's petrol station on the way back and get yourself some
salted caramel M&Ms.
M&Ms. And have some bloke shout abuse at you for not wanting to tuna sandwich for 44 pence.
You can always find a McFlurry, can't you? The thing is, do you know what I mean? If you miss out on a good starter, you'll be cursing yourself for the rest of the evening. Yeah, I'm totally with you.
And also, when you go to a restaurant, you don't want to be sat waiting for the people to finish their food so you can have your food.
No, actually, my standard answer to that, and I was being a little bit nasty to you there by saying you can only have two. My standard answer is starter and main, because let's be honest, no restaurant would turn away a customer that says, "Can I buy a dessert, please?" So yeah, very good, excellent. I enjoyed those. What are we on to next?
Well, I was thinking we could go straight north-south.
No, we didn't do this, did we? We didn't do it.
No.
And people complained.
People wanted north and south.
Coming in.
So you and I were both on a call. You and me, we look good together. I just went to be no doubts. I don't know why. We were on a call together today, and there was a discussion about gravy.
There was.
It just made me think: what's the difference between gravy in the south and gravy in the north? Because I think I know what it is, but I don't know if you've noticed a difference.
Well, I can't say that I have. I mean, the only thing I can think of is that obviously you guys get gravy in your fish and chip shops, and we don't.
We get gravy everywhere, mate.
You get a gravy slush puppy.
When you go to the hospital and they stick a drip up, it's gravy.
Is it?
Yeah.
Mister.
I'm just writing down a business idea. Gravy slush puppies. I think that's.
I know.
Gravy hush puppies. They're totally wrong.
No, they're just a bit squelchy. What's the difference between north-south gravy divide?
Right. I think gravy in the north is thicker, quite often lumpy, whereas gravy in the south is a bit like Windsor soup. You know, it's a bit like just watery, but tastes vaguely of Bovril. Am I being unfair to the south?
I think you're right about the thickness.
Yeah. We like a thick gravy. If it isn't lumpy and like, right. So if you tip it out of a cup, right?
Yeah.
In the south, the whole lot would just slosh out the cup. In the north, it'd still be dripping. Yeah,
no, we're not like that. I mean, we'll do the whole kind of meat juices, reduce down, add, that kind of stuff.
So do we, but then we stick a lot of thickening agent in there and gravy granules.
So before the times of gravy granules, do you remember browning? Remember you used to get bottles of gravy browning?
No, because I wasn't alive in 1935.
Well, I don't even know what it is, but you can still buy it in supermarkets. And I have no idea what it is. Answers on the postcard, please. What is gravy browning?
Gravy Browning sounds like a name I'd like to be called.
That would be your Gravy Browning. That would be your male escort name.
Hi, Gravy Browning.
Hi, I'm your gigolo for this evening, Gravy Browning.
Oh, you even smell a little bit beefy. I know.
Oh, that'd be great if you just undid your shirt and you just had like fake gravy can all over you.
I tell you what I used when I was a kid. I thought you were posh if you had onion gravy.
Yeah,
Onions in it, and also if you're having lamb, I like mint sauce in my gravy as well.
yes, no, see that is good. Yeah, a little bit. See, I always put an element of sweet into my gravy, so I'll always put a bit of chutney or red onion caramelized touch. It's very good. It lifts your gravy, but with lamb,
It lifts your gravy.
your gravy with lamb, put a bit of red currant jelly in there. Very
Yeah,
good.
no, I can see that. I can see that. Yeah, 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 yeah.
So,
yeah,
2 words for you.
yeah. Go on.
Beef dripping.
Aye. What about it?
No, it was just an ex-girlfriend of mine. No, my grandfather used to love beef dripping. And have you ever sampled it?
No, but my mum always used to when she'd do the beef and everything on a Sunday, she'd put all the dripping in a cup and it'd sit on the windowsill in the kitchen. She'll kill me for saying this. And she used to every now and again have a bit of bread with dripping spread on it. And apparently that there is a theory that it's a natural fat and is actually not. I mean, it's not great for you, but it's not like having
It's not like
it's
not like a trans fat. It's not like a produced fat. No, I get that.
Isn't it amazing though that even fats have trans and like normal gender, and
yeah, you can't allude to the gender of a fat anymore.
you're not allowed to anymore?
No, like lard always used to be a bloke. You can't say blokey lard anymore.
Can't make that assumption anymore.
You can't. No, they say that.
Well, I'll tell you what,
We're on dodgy ground. Let's move on.
I'm going to move on. Allegedly. So we need a button. Allegedly.
Oh, the allegedly button would be great.
Tell you what, I'm going to jump straight in with who'd win in the fight. Oh, I'm mixing it up this week.
You've come early, which is something you never want to hear.
We'll edit that.
Well, it's live.
Who'd win in the fight? Sajid Javid. Matt Hancock. I've gone all like current.
So let's. I mean, we try not to date these. However, something's just happened with Matt Hancock, and I want to know who these people are that instantly come up with memes, versions of Shaggy. It wasn't me.
Within minutes.
I know it's so quick. It's unbelievable. I'm going to have to admit my ignorance. I don't know enough about them.
Well, do you know what? In any other world, in any other time, since we've started voting and being vaguely interested in politics, would you have been able to name not just one, maybe Edwina Curry, but not just one health secretary, but two? Do you know what I mean? It's crazy world that we live in. Well, I know who won this fight, so I can talk you through it if you want.
Can I, just before we get to the fight, Javid has gone on record and said that the camera that caught Hancock has now been disabled. That they've taken the camera offline. But what does that mean? It's like freedom of information, freedom of speech. It was, the guy was caught red-handed, sun-dried tomato-handed. But now you're penalising the poor camera for doing its job. Why? I mean, why has it been stopped? Is he planning something?
Exactly. I heard that on the news, and I thought you'd only disable that camera if you think that looks like a really good spot to do that.
Yes, you would.
Surely you'd go. I'm glad that the camera was there because we were able to catch the person red-handed and.
And it goes against all of our moral standpoints.
No, hey, but don't worry, I've taken the camera away.
Yeah. Hey, do you know that policeman that caught the guy going at 120 miles an hour? Yeah, what a legend. Yeah, we fired him. It just wouldn't happen, would it? So, yeah. So I reckon someone needs to sneak back in and put a Ring doorbell up where that camera was.
Well, I know why the camera was taken away.
Go on, tell me.
That's where the fight was.
What? So they had set the fight up.
Removed the camera, looked like a good place to have a fight. And Matt Hancock was waiting for Sajid Javid as he came in to take his job. Matt was stood with his box, cleaned his desk, and he stood there. All of this, by the way,
With
is
the little
allegedly.
plant in the corner. There's always a plant in the corner of the box.
Always.
Always a plant.
This is allegedly, by the way, just in case there's any
Obviously.
legal professionals watching.
Let me press the button. Hang on. Allegedly.
That's the one. Sajid Javid comes in through that door.
Yep.
Matt Hancock tries to clothesline him. Literally breaks his arm on his jaw. Poof. Have you seen the size of Sajid Javid compared to Matt Hancock?
I reckon he chews a lot of gum. I reckon that's how he gets the desperate Dan jaw.
Without the beard.
I know.
It's incredible. And so it was quite a short fight, actually, because Matt Hancock then went off crying and went off to hospital where they said, "You were having a laugh, aren't you?" And he struggled to get any medical advice or care. So that's my political statement for the day.
Good. I enjoyed it. But how is Javid's jaw?
He didn't even notice. Didn't know it had happened.
Well, he had no understanding of how it happened at all.
He was like, "Oh, was there a fly in here or something?" I think he's going to be a good health secretary. I think he's fit and strong.
Yeah.
He was chancellor for about 8 months.
Yeah.
And before that, he was home secretary. So I think, I'm just putting it out there, I think you've potentially got a prime minister in the waiting there. Just saying.
As long as if he's going to do anything naughty with anyone, there's a dark corner without a camera in it now.
He's disabled all the cameras.
Good.
But
okay.
You see, because he was home secretary, he knows where all the cameras are anyway.
He put them there, didn't he?
He put them there. He was in charge of that department.
Camera department.
Do you want some business news?
I think we should have business news.
You do the soundtrack while I'm just getting my glasses on.
Yeah, we haven't got one for business news.
We should have.
We've got business names.
Oh yeah, hang on. Let's start that bit again. We'll edit this bit out.
Okay,
so
I'll just make something up. Business news makes up 10%, and we believe it's time well spent.
That's very good. You're very quick. You're quicker than a meme writer.
It's like someone messaged me. I've got Alan in the corner just typing away. It's like he's with his tiny little arms.
Allegedly. So news report. I've got 2 news items this week.
Okay.
Okay.
Put 2 pairs of glasses on so I know.
Look like the 2 Ronnies. Only better looking.
Only one of them.
So, news report.
Yep.
Nissan in Sunderland starts building a gigafactory. Right, so I've got a couple of issues with this. What's a giga? And what?
Isn't that what that guy from Family Guy says?
I don't know.
Giggity.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, Quagmire. Is it just a factory which specializes in like sexual harassment? Well, or innuendos?
Well, I did a bit of research on it.
Yeah.
And a gigafactory builds batteries for electric cars.
Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah. So
there's been a major delay, hasn't there, recently because of chips in cars. So you can't get a certain type of Tesla until the end of 2022 because they've run out of these chips.
I thought they used French fries in Teslas.
Apparently not.
It's interesting.
Apparently not.
So
they're building the batteries.
A battery factory at Nissan Sunderland for Nissan's electric vehicles. Now, the interesting thing is, about 4 years ago, when Brexit was all going on, yeah, do you remember Brexit? Don't even know what it is.
Not a clue.
There was rumours that Nissan were going to be leaving Sunderland because it's Sunderland. But now they're building gigas there, so that's good.
Is that so? That factory, is it the one with a giant pair of hands at the end of the production line?
I don't understand where you're going with the joke.
So the car comes off a production line, and then a hand picks it up, turns it over, and just rotates the batteries a little bit just to make sure that they work again. Puts it back on, and then lets it go like you used to do with a remote control from your telly.
Hang on. I'm just getting. Yes, it is. Yeah. Do you want the next news item?
I'd love it. I'd also like just to refocus on the fact that you said that no one would want to go to Sunderland a moment ago.
That's not what I said. I said they wanted to remove the factory because it was Sunderland. They were
was
making space for all of the other successful, nice things in Sunderland.
Oh, okay, very good.
You said that, not me. Not me. I've got to go to Sunderland. I didn't want to be talked to like that by people. So anyway, let's just remember I'm from the north. He's from the south.
Yeah, which means he's closer. Go and get him.
Yes. So Lad Bible weighs in a £400 million flotation. Right, got a couple of points here, right? How would you weigh in £400 million? I mean, surely it's all done electronically now. I don't think somebody has to go along with £400 million and go, right, there's a million, I'll weigh this in, I'll weigh that. So that was the first flaw with that story.
Wouldn't you just weigh like £150 note and then times it?
Oh, maybe that's how they do it. I don't know. But Lad Bible, I know Lad Bible as being the thing on Facebook where they do like memes and videos and stuff like that. And it's got such a big following that it attracts that much advertising and revenue that it's going to float on the stock exchange. I mean, that is a crazy world we live in. Have you heard of Lad Bible? Do you know?
Not only have I heard of it, I've been on it. I've been featured on
Lad Bible. Greg Davies.
I'm sorry, and you can go back and have a look. And what it was we were at there was a group of it was my brother-in-law's, their rugby friends, and we went and stayed in an apartment in Menorca for a weekend. And
I think you'll find it's pronounced Mallorca.
There's the other one.
Majorca.
I don't know. One of them.
Madeira. Is it Madeira?
No, that's cake and wine.
Oh yeah, sorry.
There were signs down by the pool that said no drinks by the pool. So we joined a load of straws together, passed this very long straw down to the pool, and held the top part in the can of beer. It didn't work. It was ridiculous. However, the photo of us standing up on the balcony with this long straw was picked up. We put it on Facebook, and it was picked up by Lad Bible. These lads got around the no drinks at a pool law. That's how they have to speak at Lad Bible. So I've been on it. The funny thing was, one of the other guys that was there tried to claim credit for it, and his missus came on and went, "Well, that can't be your arm because he's wearing a wedding ring and we're not married yet." So it was like, gotcha. But it's all clickbait, isn't it? That's the thing about Lad Bible. If you look at the headlines, it's like, "Oh my God, this person was shocked to find this in their sandwich." And then it's like Russ was sold a tuna sandwich and it had sweet corn in it and not cucumber. So it is purely based on clickbait, on the kind of sensationalism and getting people to click through to see the adverts. But 400 million?
400 million. So is Lad Bible a little bit like Loaded Magazine for today?
I think so. Or tabloid newspapers. It's one of the two. It's like the National Enquirer or FHM. Absolutely.
Oh, well, thanks for clearing that up.
That was actually quite sensible, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was quite sensible. I didn't realise you were famous for other things other than being a comedian in Inbetweeners.
Yeah, I'm a lot shorter than I appear on TV.
And not as funny.
No way.
Words that aren't used anymore. Right.
Oh, mate, I heard a great one, but you go first.
Oh, okay. So in the northeast, there's a place called Bishop Auckland, right? It's near West Auckland. And the thing with Bishop Auckland is I used to run a large format DIY company there in their unit called... I was the manager there. And one of the cleaners once said to me, "Hey, you cheeky fond."
You're what?
Cheeky fond.
So is that one word or two separate words? Cheeky and fond, or cheeky fond?
Cheeky fond. But what it means is
one word.
Pretty much, yeah, pretty much as you would guess. It means, hey, you're cheeky, but I like you. Now, I've done a bit of research, and there's a word that was used 150 odd years ago that isn't used anymore that has the same kind of meaning. It's called snout fair. Snout fair. Now, snout fair is a handsome person that is not very nice. So it's a little bit like that, but if you think about it, fair, nice. Snout, like a pig snout. Snout fair. So you look nice, but you're not very nice as a person. And I can think that there isn't really a word that describes that kind of person that you see on these like Love Island and stuff like that. And
yeah,
snout fair. So snout fair is my word of the week.
I like it. I like snout fair. We should bring that back, definitely.
I'm going to start using it.
It should be called Snout Fair Island.
Oh, keep that as a TV idea.
Okay, I've got one for you.
Go on then.
Waka Wadja.
What?
Waka Wadja.
Waka.
Waka. Quocker. Waka Wadja.
Qu'est-ce que c'est, Greg Davies? Qu'est-ce que c'est?
It's from the 1860s kind of time, so about the same time as Snout Fair. And a quackawadger was a small wooden puppet. It's like a marionette kind of thing. But they used to use it as a way of describing someone from Parliament that was representing the views of like a big company or a lord or something, and not the views of their constituents. So they were basically like a puppet in Parliament being paid to push a certain viewpoint forward.
Like David Cameron. Allegedly.
Yeah.
Quackawadger. Oh, I like that.
Right.
Well, I've got a new feature if you want to move on to a new feature.
Are we ready for a new feature?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Let's do it.
I think we needed to do something to lift it a little bit. Who would play them in a film? Right? So
me and you?
No, you have to. I have to explain it. You can't just start guessing what it. Let me explain. Right. Just stand down, Greg Davies. Stand down. So the idea is, I come up with a famous person or somebody who's been in the news, and we have to think of all of the actors in the world who'd be a good person to play them.
Okay, who are we going for?
You ready?
I'm ready.
I'm going Donald Trump.
Any actor?
Any actor?
Any actor alive or dead from history?
They probably need to be alive because I'm trying to make a film, so I could do with no.
Donald Trump, I would go with Jack Black.
You're not even trying. You'd be better off with Will Ferrell.
I wanted to go Marlon Brando when he was in his massive overweight stage.
Like Colonel Kurtz. Have you ever seen a snail crawl along the blade of a razor? I'm thinking, is it Jeff Daniels who's in Dumb and Dumber?
Yeah, he was brilliant in the newsroom, wasn't he? He was
brilliant in newsroom.
Yeah.
And I think he'd make a good Trump. I don't mean, when I say he'd make a good Trump, I don't mean he'd break wind well. I mean, anyway. I've got another one.
Go on.
Biden.
Oh, now you see, that's going to depend on who plays Trump, because they're going to need the on-screen chemistry.
Okay, so if I'm going Jeff Daniels for the first one, I can't go Jim Carrey, can I?
It just writes itself, doesn't it?
What about Larry David?
Who's Larry David?
Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Are we allowed to use Larry David?
Why not?
Wasn't there a scandal around him?
It's all been brushed under the carpet. It's fine. It's fine.
Do you know who I would have?
Go on.
Russell Crowe.
As Joe Biden.
Just because of the accent.
I don't think you're taking this seriously.
How good would it be if you had him, like proper age him and everything, using makeup and CGI, but the Australian American Joe Biden Russell Crowe accent would be a thing of beauty.
Right, I'll try another one because I don't think we're on the same wavelength.
Okay.
What about now? I was going to go Tony Blair, but he's being played by
Barry Sheen.
Barry
Michael
Sheen.
Sheen.
Barry Sheen.
Not Barry Sheen, the motorcyclist. No, Michael Sheen. Yeah.
Michael Sheen. So I can't go with him because that's being done. What about Gordon Brown? Now, for those people that aren't from the UK, Gordon Brown was Prime Minister for a little bit, but was famously Tony Blair's Chancellor of the Exchequer and allegedly sold all of our gold at discount prices. Apparently. I mean, I don't know if he did or he didn't.
I would go Hagrid.
Oh, that is a good shout, actually. Now you're getting it. Jack Black would be better, like, but now you I thought at one stage you were just going to say Jack Black to everything. Jack Black.
I do actually think Jack Black would make a brilliant Donald Trump. I think he'd be fantastic at it. It would be that defining role, you know, where Jim Carrey played Man in the Moon. What was his?
Oh yes, Kaufman.
Yeah, and Andy. Yeah. So it would be that for Jack Black. It would be everyone's expecting him to fail, but he'd pull out one powerhouse of a performance. But no, I reckon old Robbie
Coltrane.
There you go. Would be a brilliant Gordon Brown, and then I reckon you could have Hugh Grant as Tony Blair.
Well, Hugh Grant's played a prime minister in Love Actually, and that kind of.
But then you could have Colin Firth as David Cameron.
Colin Firth as David Cameron. That's good. That I was thinking Clive Owen.
Oh, he hasn't done a lot recently, is he?
Not really. Not since Sons of Men.
That was a good movie as well. Massively underrated.
He's from Coventry, you know.
Is he?
Yeah. Neither the north nor the south. Midlands.
Midlands. I would agree. It is Midlands.
Oh well. I mean, let's see what feedback we get on that, because we could try that again, but just don't say Jack Black to everything.
I only said Jack Black once. You keep bringing it up.
Did you see in lockdown where Jack Black went a little bit crazy and did that dance in his cowboy boots and cowboy hat with no top on?
Yes, I did.
That was incredible. That was one of my highlights of early lockdown. That and being able to just not do much for a bit because it felt like you're off school ill. Do you know what I mean?
It really was. It's what time is it? 1 o'clock. Shall we blend vodka with ice cream? Why not?
Why not?
Why not? We're not doing anything else in the world.
But what happens if you have to drive later? Where to?
Where are we going? we're in lockdown.
So got a couple of bits left to do.
Okay.
So I've got two things. I've got business names and Russ's business idea, and I've left them because I think if we do business names first and then I finish off with my business ideas, what do you think?
Do it.
So business names, and I heard this on the radio this morning on Radio X with Chris Miles.
Oh, is he still around?
Well, he lost a bit of weight, but he's still around. Yeah. He was talking this morning about a hairdresser he'd seen called Fat Boy Trim.
Oh, now that is good.
I thought it's worthy of Chris Moyles, isn't it? The savior of Radio 1's breakfast show. Yeah,
that is good. Fat Boy Trim. So what other pop group named hairdressers could there be?
Well, apart from Haircut 100.
Ah, you got there before me. Yeah.
It's the only one I know.
Oh, okay.
Because we've had Slim Fady, we've had Fat Boy Trim.
Yeah.
So if you know any other hairdresser inspired or business inspired by 80s or 90s or any pop band, I'd go back 70s and 60s if you want, then please get in touch with us either in the comments on our YouTube channel or on our Facebook page, which gets some really good engagement, including some rapping from somebody from South East London.
It does.
Lisa Ians. So I've got a couple of business ideas, mate.
I've got money to invest. Well, wow me.
I've heard that. I've heard you're a big investor. And not just in Reese's Pieces. You invest in other confectionery as well. Yeah. So first idea. When I was writing it down, trying to be funny about it, I thought it's actually quite a good idea. Do you know if you want contracts writing or check-in or bid writing or stuff like that? Contract contact. It's actually quite good.
It's not even worth joking about. It's good.
The
So are
only
we what
is-
contracts are we talking about there?
any contracts, anything you want, any contracts you want, I'm your contact. Now there is a downside to it. I have no attention to detail.
Okay.
I have no attention span, so I'd read half of it and then go, "Oh look, what's that out the window?" I have no legal training.
Right.
So I might have to outsource a lot of it, but I'm just a contact.
Well, I think you would struggle doing anything on a corporate level. However, I think there's a gap in the market that you haven't considered.
What's this?
When you're having an argument as a child with a sibling, and you come to an agreement, and it's like you can play the computer for an hour if I get to ride your bike for 20 minutes.
Okay.
You could write those contracts.
Well, that was actually an expansion of a business called Kiddie Contract Contact.
You got to be careful with that about kiddie contacts.
I haven't thought it through, have I?
Got to be really careful with the wording.
Yeah. I'll just stick with contract contact.
Yeah, that's good.
Well saved.
Well, hello, is that kiddie contacts? No, it's not. Stop calling me, you weirdo. You're not my granddad. Yeah, you don't want that kind of publicity.
Don't want that. Don't
really don't. I like the idea. I think you should build a team of experts around you for certain contracts.
Yeah. Or for any contracts.
Or just anything.
Yeah. So I've got another idea.
Next.
It's called glow sticks. But bear with me on this one, right?
Okay.
It's not just glow sticks. It's a brand of glue that glows. Glow sticks. See what I've done? Glow sticks. I think you're buffering.
I'm trying to work out if I can incorporate that into another company that I've invested in.
Oh.
Philo tape.
Yeah, well, I'm in a bit of a contract dispute with some of the suppliers with CeeLo tape. So.
Oh, you haven't told me that?
No, well, yeah, I was trying to keep it on the QT. I'm actually negotiating new contracts with them, and it's with Contract Contact at the moment. But we'll see how that goes.
Okay, so I have some questions about glow sticks.
Go on then.
What color does it glow?
Loads of different colors. It's got a range of colors.
You answered that too quickly.
I've thought it through, and even I've done a sign up with a contract through Contract Contact with Disney for Star Wars inspired lightsaber colors for glow sticks.
So how do you apply it? Does it come in a pot, in a tubey thing, or is it like a Brit stick? How do you apply it?
Get this. Sticks.
Glow stick sticks.
It's like a Pritt stick. But glow sticks.
Glow stick sticks.
And I'm going to try and sell it to the Forestry Commission, and we're trying to mend trees because glow sticks. No. Have we gone too far?
You've gone one too far.
No.
You've gone one too far. I like it. I would need to see how vibrant the glow is.
Oh, you wouldn't believe how vibrant the glow is.
Are we talking about landing aircraft from 30,000 feet vibrant?
We're talking. Do you know when people have these LED strips to put around behind a stage or in the corners of a room or around a TV?
I do know that.
It's about that kind of glow.
Impressive. So it would glow through the paper that you were sticking.
Yeah.
The kids could hand in their homework stuck into a book, and it would like illuminate the edges.
Yeah.
And you could do a TikTok series of small videos, glow stick tricks.
Oh, that'd work, wouldn't it?
Oh, that'd be good. I'm in. I'm in.
Would you get the little magician from Bradford to do it? You know, the one who,
I don't know.
that's him. Or would you get Shazam, David
David Blaine.
to come in and do it?
Do you know? I said David Blaine. Then immediately I went to James Blunt in my mind for some reason.
What? Why?
I don't know. It was like, oh, Shazam, James Blunt. You're beautiful.
I was just about to ask you, is James Blunt the one that did? Yeah.
Who's a savage on Twitter. He's so funny.
Was he the one that was a tank commander?
Yep.
Or was that James Morrison?
No, that was James Blunt.
Yeah. Is he blunt? Is he blunt?
He's very blunt.
Okay, well, are you in on both of those then, or what? Because I need to know, because I need to tell the bank.
I'm in on glow sticks. Potentially, I'm in on kiddie contacts. I mean, on contract contacts.
Contract contacts.
Yeah, I would think it needs a little work.
I feel you've tainted it.
Sorry. So you've had your haircut this week, I can see.
I have. I didn't go to boy trims. I didn't go to Slim Fady. I went to Ultimate Grooming, which isn't a funny name or anything. It's just a fact.
Ultimate Grooming. That sounds like a wrestler. A really dodgy wrestler. The ultimate groomer.
Yeah. Has there been grooming going on here? Ultimate Grooming.
Ultimate. Did your barber have like ribbons hanging from his biceps?
I tell you what, knowing Anth, he would. He'd be like that.
I'm sorry, his name was what?
Anthony Andrews, yeah.
And that was a really pronounced TH you did there. And
it's because being a Yorkshire Teesside hybrid.
Yep.
I have quite a particular set of skills. Yeah.
Does he have scissor hands? Like Tom Cruise has aerodynamic blade hands.
Tom Cruise hasn't made do you think in the film where those people are playing like the people, Tom Cruise could be somebody like I don't know, and he could be Matt Hancock just running away.
Well, he would have to be, so obviously he'd play an American. He'd have to be George Bush because of his relationship with Tony Blair. But every time he tried to, because Tony Blair was George Bush's Waka Wadger. He was his Yo Blair. There was the Yo Blair moment.
Yeah.
But instead of going Yo Blair at the G20 summit, he'd just run into a room and go, do this, and then run back out.
Yeah.
Or blow backwards through a window.
The way that you do that running, it's a little bit Fraggle Rock.
I'm more of a dozer.
Are you a Jim Henson character?
I am pretty much.
And if you were a Jim Henson character, you'd have to be Animal.
Because
he has a beard.
Oh, okay. Yes. Thank you very much.
And a pink face.
That's blood pressure.
And on that note,